And during that 7-year period, we had a lot of good local successes, and things I'm very proud of. We had a building boom going on in Ward 24 when I was the alderman. And when you have a building boom going on, what occurs is everything gets better for everybody who's living in the neighborhood, because you can't stand still in a neighborhood. You've got to have enough improvements going on that everybody else who's there at least maintains their property value and is encouraged to do the things that you need to do to keep your property up. So I was very proud of that. When I was alderman, I think we had the largest number of new homes being constructed anywhere on the south side. I think that was probably my biggest accomplishment. And the way this sort of happened is that I took care of the basic things. I was very concerned with property maintenance. I tried to be a good custodian of your public dollars. One of the things an alderman does is he makes decisions for you. And I made the decision to not waste money and to put it into things like sidewalks, new dumpsters, park improvements. And after a couple of years, these improvements got enough momentum going that then people wanted to come in and do things and start new construction. So the new construction started with Salmon.
IT and engineering. For the last 10 years, I've worked for Charter, and I do mention this at the regular meetings, so I'm just going to mention it again. If you guys do have Charter service and you have any issues, please don't hesitate to let me know. It's a standing thing. I have been involved with the Franz Park Neighborhood Association to varying degrees over the years I've lived here. In the last couple years, my role has been less, and that's partly because of a choice Catherine and I made to start teaching a class at Washington University at the University College, and there wasn't enough time. So I really commend the Neighborhood Association for things they're doing with the neighborhood garden and so forth, and I appreciate working with them. So the reason that I'm running for alderman is really 3 reasons. One, I'm grateful for this community that we have and that we share, and I want to preserve it. The second reason is because I'm hopeful about the future for the neighborhood and I want to promote it. Third thing is because I think that my skills and my abilities and attitude are exactly what we need for a representative in City Hall. The League of Women Voters asked me what 3 priorities I would use in trying to improve essential city services, and I'll tell you what I told them. Better focus, better information, and better communication.
I come at this, I think, with the civic service approach, meaning that the face of the alderman, the contact with the ward, should be accessible, transparent, responsive, and should be helpful whenever possible in improving the ward. I think that's a full-time job. It'll be my full-time job. It'll be my first responsibility. And one reason why it has to be a full-time job, I think, is because there are a lot of emails and there's a lot of phone calls, and those both have to be responded to. Figures came out today, and last week we did another one of these, and I said that St. Louis was going to grow, and I was completely wrong, and St. Louis shrunk by 8%. So now we are down to 300 between the mayor and the police department, the mayor and the fire department, pensions for city employees, all this stuff. None of those problems we can solve without a growing city. Somebody's going to lose if we're not growing. We can't keep shrinking. So,
just to know how the police do their job in the ward. That's very true. We are interested in how the police do their job. And I'm not exactly ecstatic about how their job's being done. The main problem with the police department is there's not enough of them. And that's the truth. We don't have the right to ask these guys, and we shouldn't be asking these guys to go out on their own in those cars and do some of the things they have to do. There should be 2 men in every car. That's a belief of mine.